You can see us, well, see me. It is just me at the moment, and I'm just getting connected up so that I can see your comments. Hello there. Hi, baby ants joined us. Hello there. Natalie, Danielle, Shabnese, Lucy, hiya. Jessica, Sarah, hello guys. Hi, thank you for joining us. Hello, Julie. Julie, super excited for the release. I'm so excited to show it to you guys. I have been so looking forward to this. It seems like it's been in the planning for such a long time, and now it is finally here. And I'm really excited to share it with you. There's some really cool stuff that I hope you're going to love as much as I do and the design team have loved. So we'll just give people a chance just to get to join us. And I will do my best to keep up with your comments, but obviously it's just me tonight. I haven't got my assistant with me. So although Anne is on the comments, he's still on his training course. And he's revising at the same time as watching, bless him. So he's going to help as much as he can, but he's got to concentrate on what he's doing. But I'm really pleased that he's with us because I'm missing him loads. So hello, Shabnese. Hello to Vicky. And Ant's saying it could possibly be his favourite release. I think it's mine so far as well. There's definitely some big favourites in here. Hi, Susan. Ho, ho, ho to Simon. Merry Christmas to you. That's the first Merry Christmas that I've said. And it's July. Hi, Claire. Hello to you. And hello, Maxine. Hi, Elaine. I think we've got a good amount of folk with us now, so I think we've got quite a lot to get through. This is possibly our biggest release, I think, for a good while. So there's a lot to get through, and I want to show you some examples as we go through. And there's some really important information that you need to know as well about the release. So the first thing that I'm going to tell you, and I've got some examples already out here for you to look at, as you can see. I think these are my only examples actually that I've got of this particular part of the release. So we are doing Christmas in July, and this is the first time I think that we've done Christmas this early. So this has taken a lot of planning and getting my head around the fact that I've had to design Christmas. It was actually more like spring when I was designing Christmas. So it's really bizarre. But we've got 3 amazing sets for you that coordinate with all of our dies as well, that are part of the release. But this part of the release is going to be exclusive to Create and Craft until the first week in August, the end of the first week in August. So if you like these guys here, so any of the samples, the cards and the stamp sets that I'm showing you here, you will only be able to get these via Create and Craft and one other retail partner from the 27th, which is Monday. So we will be on Create and Craft on Monday at 4:30, and that's where you'll get these guys. So let's show you the stamp sets. So these are obviously some of the samples, but let's show you the stamp sets. So the first set that I want to show you is this one here. We'll pop those to one side, and this one is our Christmas surprise. So I'll just get the stamp set for you. So this is the Christmas surprise, and it is so cute. It's a little interactive type of stamp set. And I'm hoping that you can see that because of the lighting shining on it. I'm hoping that you can see that okay in the packaging. I'll just tilt that a little bit and hopefully that might help. But within the set you get this tree with all the baubles and all the lights attached to it. And then you get 3 little character heads. You've got the cat, you've got the rabbit, and you've got the little dog. And you also get 2 little feet, and you get lots of accessories with the extra little baubles that are flying off the tree. And you get 3 sentiments. So one says, may your holiday be full of wonderful surprises. And then the other is, have a tremendous tree. You get the pun. Tremendous Christmas. And the idea behind this is that you will more than likely, you're better off having the die set with this if you want to get the full use out of it. And this is because when you die cut your tree, there are an extra couple of little dies, and these are these little strange looking little dies. So there's one there, and then there's another one just there. They cut out an element for you to be able to pop your little critter in the tree and have him poking out of the tree. So I'm going to show you, what have I done with him? Bear with me one second, because I have got one. Here's one I prepared earlier, so that you can get a little closer look at how this works. So I'm just going to hold this up for you to see. So this is my little tree, and I haven't stuck this one down, so I can take my little dog's head out of that little gap, and also the little feet. So I'll just grab those and pull out those little feet. So I don't know if you can see there these little slits, these little cuts that those dies have made. Excuse me. And then you can interchange whichever of your critters you want to sit. And all of the dies have been created to cut around the little heads so that they fit into that little gap. And then obviously you can fit the feet in, and you colour your feet according to what colour you want to do the critter. But there you go, you can see you can have your little character popping out of the tree. So it's just a really cute idea, and I got the idea from the fact that you know, that it's very likely that we're going to end up with a cat popping out of our tree at some point this Christmas. So I just like the idea of you being able to change the characters popping out of the tree. You can also use the tree on its own, which is why I've added in the extra little element, so you can add more decoration to the front of your tree and just use the tree on its own and use it with the sentiment if you wanted to. But why would you when you can add a cute little element like that to it? So you can see that I've used it here on the front of this card, and I've used the extra characters to pop out of these little windows, which is a die that is coming up, and I'll show you that soon. So the background of this card as well has been made with some elements from the next stamp set that I'm going to show you. So so that's the first set. So that one is our Christmas surprise stamp and dies. So loads you can do with that, so cute. So I'm just looking at some of the comments. Shani says that she's been so excited to see the release. Laura loves the new release. And Laura says she's been loving the sneak peeks all week. Thank you so much. Lucy says, glad I said feet as you're wondering what they were. So yes, so they're the little feet poking out of the tree. Katrin says that she loves this one. Claire says, hello from North Wales. Hello there. And Julie says, super cute. Hi Jenny, thanks for joining us. Vicky says, so much fun. And Shabnese loves it. Sarah says, such an awesome idea. Love this stamp and die set from Claire. Thank you so much, guys. So that's the first one, and I probably won't be able to read out all of your comments, but as much as I can do, I will. So the next 2 sets are very similar, but I've designed them separately so that you could get the impact that I was looking for in terms of the size of the stamp. But I have one for the cat lovers and for the dog lovers. And if you have both, if you're a cat lover and a dog lover, well then you will have to have both. But the great thing about this is that there are extra characters in each of the sets, so they mix really well together, and they're a really great set. So if we start with we'll start with a little puppy dog, and we'll look at him in a bit more detail. And I've got a card example for him just here, which is super cute. This one is from Katrina, and it's really, really cute. And you can see that this stamp here is really quite a big size stamp. It fills an A6 card blank, and then you've got the additional characters that come with it. So you have the little present, you've got a few tags, you've got a little bow to go on top of, that can sit on top of your present, you've got stars, and then you've got the sentiments, which says love from Santa Paws and Merry Christmas or Yappy Christmas. And the reason that I put the Merry in there was if you wanted to use the Merry Christmas on a different stamp set that wasn't critter related, you can still do that. And then you've also got the addition of this this other little character, and this is a little kitten playing with a bit of ribbon with a little bow on his head or her head, which is another really cute addition. So you do get the coordinating dies with this, and this again, we always try and give you a little bit of something different when we're bringing you the dies, the coordinating dies. So not only does it cut out all of the elements, all of the characters that you can see here, it also cuts out the sentiment Christmas, so that will cut out around the word Christmas. And then you also have this banner die here, which will perfectly cut out the love from Santa Paws. So again, I do have some that I can just show you how these die cut, just so that you can see. So that's your large image there, but then you've also got your little present, and this is the Christmas, how it cuts that out for you, and it cuts that out perfectly. And then this is the banner die that cuts out that strip for you there, and then you've got the little cat, and then all of the little accessories as well. I'll not show you them all, but you get the idea that it cuts all of those out perfectly. So a really, really lovely set, a really pretty set, and a lot of use that you will get out of those dies, because the banner die you will be able to use on your other sentiments as well. So there you go. So that's the little puppy dog. I'll just pop that away. Hello there, Anushri. Hello, Laura. Thanks for joining us. Danielle says these look super fun to colour. So yeah, you know that I love to colour. I love using my markers, my alcohol markers. So that was really why this came about, because I wanted something that you could really spend a bit of fun time colouring. And you can colour, I think Katrina and I have both used rainbow colours and kept it really bright, but you can also then use more of sort of a more limited palette, like in this one here, and really make that coordinate with your background. So that's really cool. So this one's Shabnese. She's created this one. It's a beautiful card, lots of elements from the release in this, which we'll show you later on. But if we just focus on the little kitty at the moment, so in this particular stamp set, your extra element is your little mouse. You get a different tag, and these are solid images, so that when you stamp them, they create a solid stamped image rather than needing to be coloured in. So and I thought that would be really fun. So that's an example of it there, because you can then use that with some of your embossing powders. So use some embossing ink and use your embossing powders to make those metallic. So you can really change up the textures that you're using, and it doesn't all have to be about just using your marker pens or your watercolour pens. So yeah, so that again you've got the same sort of setup with the different presents and the little kitten popping out of the little gift box there with the Santa's hat on. Again, you've got the Christmas, and you've got the option of using Merry Christmas or Meowy Christmas. And the sentiment with this one is you are the best gift of all. And you get the star, you get another tag, and you get a little present as well. So that's an example of her all coloured up there, and then your other little tag element, the Christmas as well, and then your little mouse character is really cute and sits alongside. And again, with the dies, coordinating dies, they cut out all of your character elements, they cut out your tags as well, and then you have the banner that cuts out the "You are the best gift," and your little sentiment Christmas as well is cut out with that die there. So everything that you could possibly need to make a card here. Just a little bit of ink blending in the background perhaps, and some paint splatters in the background, or you can use your tag elements like we've done in this one. So this is the example here where we've used the tags and the stars on some coloured cardstock to create our background, and then you've already got your base ready to add your characters. So a really simple but a fun set to use, because everything you need is in there. And these little tags, you know, they're a really cute size. You could just write a quick message on those, pop a little hole in them, and you've got a little tag that you can attach to a cute little present, maybe a little advent calendar size present. So that's the Christmas sets. So there are three stamp sets that will be on Create and Craft. There will be some die sets as well, which I'm going to show you. The die sets are part of the release that goes live tomorrow on our website. So it's just the stamps that are exclusive to Create and Craft on Monday. So I will put a message on Facebook and on social media, just so that everybody knows that's what the case is, and it will also be on the website. So but yeah, those, if you're after some Christmas in July, then you'll have to wait until the 27th at 4:30 on Create and Craft. But before then, like I say, we have got some other sets for you to that are not going to be on Create and Craft, but are only going to be available on our website and our other partner retailers. So this set is the one that I'm so excited about, and I've been dying to show you guys. I absolutely love this, and it's full of cute characters and is fit for all occasions. So I'm hoping that you can see this, but obviously I'll show you some examples, and the examples from the design team are amazing. Just catching up with some of your comments. There's lots of love for the Christmas sets. That's really cool. Jess says they're all looking amazing. Is it greedy to be so excited about what's next whilst drooling at the craft sets already on screen? It is absolutely fine to do that. That's really cool. Alison says Pawsome, yay. And Sarah says the little mouse is super cute. The little mouse could make a little card on his own, couldn't he? So moving on to our all occasion critters. So that's these guys. And I know my lighting is just shining a little bit, so I'll just tilt him up a little bit so that you can see. So this set does come with, it comes with 6 characters. You have your little mouse, excuse me, you have your cat with an umbrella. I'm obsessed with that little mouse from before. A little dog with a donut. You have a little raccoon with his little notepad and pencil. And you have a little piggy with a coffee cup. We've got a rabbit with a honey pot and some bees. And we've got a little mouse asleep on a cloud. So lots of really cute characters in this set. And the sentiments here coordinate with each of these little characters. But you can mix and match them if you wanted to. So we have Hello, which is quite a nice generic one that you can use with any of those guys. We have Happy Bee Day, which obviously was meant to go with this little rabbit here. Sorry You're Feeling Under the Weather goes with this little guy here. Yum, excuse me, for the little dog with his donut. Let's Have Coffee with the little piggy, and Welcome Little One for the little sleeping mouse. And then you have some, because we fill every space that we possibly can on our sets. We've got some extra little elements that you can use as background decoration and around your characters. So we've got a little crosshatch, some little raindrops, an extra raindrop there, some stars, and some little circle swirls, like little scratch swirls. We've got a little crescent moon, and we've got a little rainbow just there. So really, really sweet set. And the coordinating dies, again, we give you something extra. So you have something that cuts every single one of your character images, but these little shaped dies here will cut out your sentiments. So they're the perfect size to cut out each of those sentiments, but also could be used as little slider elements as well if you wanted to. So to show you some of the examples for these, there's some absolutely beautiful cards that the team have made. So this one here uses a stamp set that I've yet to show you, but has obviously our little rabbit here, and that comes up into an easel card. I'm hoping that you can see that from above. And the little decoration all around the edges here is that little circle stamp there, which is a really cute idea, really cool. So I'll just pop that to one side. This one and that one, I believe that was Chabnese. Yes, it was. This one is really, really pretty, using the little mouse on the cloud and the Welcome Little One. That Sharon's made that one, and that is so cute. Such a lovely little image. Samples from the design team are awesome, says Laura, and yeah, they are absolutely out of this world. This one is Annalisa's, I believe, and again she's used a stamp set from another set, which we'll show you in a bit, but again has our cute little cat and the little pig with the coffee. This one here is a Slimline card, which has got our little cat and the pig and the little mouse, which is so cute. This one, I love this idea, and I've just kept the little note on it from, I think this was from Chabnese as well. And this is, again, using elements from another set, but has got this cute little raccoon who I absolutely adore, and has got this fun little bookmark, which is so cute. She's attached it with a bit of washi tape, so I didn't lose it, because I would probably lose that, but I think that's such a cute idea. So yes, that's just some examples there of those, and this, I think you're absolutely going to love this set. And I'm just trying to think if I've got any of these guys coloured up to show you. Again, just to show you how they die cut any of the ones that you've not seen. So there's the little rabbit there, the little pig. That's the little rainbow, just so that you can see how that works. The raccoon. We've got the little dog. The little cat there. There are our little raindrops. So you can see just how well these are all die cutting. And then I just wanted to show you there as well. This is how those little dies work for your stamps. So it's just a little bit of a different shape for your dies, just something a little bit different for when you're cutting out your sentiments, which I just thought was a really nice idea. And then you've got your other little mouse character, and I'll just quickly just show you there the little crescent moon there, so you can see they're the main images to show you. But just really, really sweet. And because it's made for all occasions, you're going to be able to find something here to be able to make most cards that you want to do. So I think this one's going to be a super popular one. It's really, really cute, and it goes so well with some of the other elements that are in the release. So let's move on to the next one that you're really going to want to use with this this set. So just bear with me while I pop all those back in there. So I'll just pop those to one side. I'm getting a little pile here that's probably going to fall over at some point. So this stamp is one that I think you're all going to absolutely love. Danielle, I'm just catching up with some of the comments here. So Danielle is asking what the little dog is holding. So the little dog is holding a donut. So I'm just going to hold him up for you so that you can see. And I'm just going to stand up so that I can see what you can see. See that it's in focus. So there he is, with his little donut. Ain't he cute? He's very cute. He's one of my favourites. I really do think he's cute. But yeah, dog nut. So Laura says she's going to want it all. And definitely wants this one. He's so cute, isn't he? So this is a scene set. So this set here doesn't have any dies with it. The sentiments will fit with the sentiment dies that you've got in your other sets, which we try, we always try and make sure that we do. But this one really is about creating a scene in the background for your other characters to sit in. So I'll just show you some examples that I've got from the team where they've used this to some real skillful advantage. So this one here is absolutely gorgeous, and there has been some fussy cutting done here. So Vic's done this, and she has fussy cut around her background because these elements are not all attached. So you can place your little hot air balloons anywhere that you want in your background here, and your little sun or moon and the clouds can be wherever you would want them to be. So and I've done that deliberately so that you can customize your scene. So yeah, so this is your little mountains and your grassy banks with your little trees, and you can make this suitable for any season as well. So you can make it like a nighttime scene like this, or as Katrina's done here, sorry, she's watercoloured this and it looks a really pretty, I think it's almost an autumn sort of feel to this one. And then this one here I feel is very, very summery and very bright, and I think this one's Sharon's, and again some fussy cutting being done for some of the for the hot air balloons, but the background is straight onto her panel there. But I believe that she's masked that off and then ink blended her sky. Really, really great examples. So cool. And I can see Michael. Hi, Michael. So for the stamp sets, the stamp sets are £11.95. The die sets are £14.95. But if you are following us on Instagram, do look out for our design team's discount codes. All of the design team have a discount code, so please do check those out, and you'll be able to get yourself a little bit of a discount as well. So yes, so those are the background landscape cards that we have, and I'll just show you one that I've coloured, and you can see as well, I think it's probably worth just showing this, that this is, it fills an A6 size card. So this is one that I've just literally stamped it out pretty much as it is on the background here, and then I've just coloured it all with alcohol markers, and then you can add your little characters to the front of this and they just look really, really cute. And you've got yourself, again, you've got yourself a really, really cute card there. And the sentiment, hello, I've just stamped that in the bottom corner, and you're good to go really, aren't you? So, and the sentiments that I've tried to include here for you are things that you're going to be quite general. So not necessarily, not birthday related, but just to say hey or hello, or so grateful for you, to a special friend and thinking of you. So again, just some really nice general sentiments that you might use for lots of different occasions, but you could also mix and match that with the sentiments that are in here. Let's have a look. I mean, this one doesn't perhaps apply, but you could use your sentiments from your other sets as well, to really make them go that little bit further. So yeah, just loads of stuff that you could do with those, and this one I feel does go really, really well with the all occasion critters, but could go with many of your other sets as well. So yeah, so that's you know, one of the advantages of these types of backgrounds is that you can mix and match them with all your other sets, your other critters, maybe if you've got the bees, or you've got the little elephants, or you know, you've got the pandas. You could, because they're all small, you can fit them onto this background, because it's a good sized stamp. So that's your it's called Grateful for You background stamp, that one. So Lauren says this one's amazing. Danielle says really inspiring work, such clever ladies. They are absolutely amazing. Julie says, wow, they are so different yet awesome and so inspiring, so many different texts on one stamp. Julie, you're absolutely right. I mean, look, that one background just created 3 completely different looks, and it's just always amazes me how the guys come up with all of these ideas. Michael, yes, I've seen your question. I can see that Julie's replying to say, yeah, that's absolutely right. You can sell your cards after using the stamps and dies. That's absolutely fine, as long as you're making them into a finished project and you're not stamping and then selling the images on. You can't sell a stamped sheet, but you can absolutely sell. If you've made a card, for example, like this, you can sell that absolutely no problem. Simon's saying he loves the long seeing card. It is absolutely fabulous, isn't it? And we have some more Slimline cards coming up shortly. But first, before we get to those, we have one more stamp set to show you before we get onto the dies. So this stamp and die set again is so cool, and it's going to allow you to create some really, really cool and cute images, cute cards with it, that are going to be really bright and cheerful and fun to make. You can combine them obviously with all of the images that we've seen, but these, I think, let me just find some examples that will show this off the best. That's a good one. I don't think I've got many of these examples actually. That's one, because I'm saving them to show you in other examples. You see, this is the thing. So this one, and I'll show you this one as well. So in this set then we have you basically can build your own rainbow. The stamp set is called Storms Don't Last, and like I say, you build your rainbow here with the 3 different stamps that you can then make your rainbow different colours. You can also, because they're a solid stamp, so where it's solid black, that indicates that it is a solid stamp, so rather than one that is just a line for you to fill in with your own colour. This is one that you will cover with ink and then create a stamped image with. And I'll show, actually I do have these stamped out as well. So here's one I prepared earlier. So when you stamp them out in 3 different colours, this is what you will get. It also comes with a little smiley face, which you can add into your little rainbow as well. It comes as well with some different accessories. So you've got little strings of stars, you've got some little raindrops, you have a separate raindrop there, you've got a little star, a little dot and a heart. And the reason for these 3 little images here are that you can stamp those. They fit perfectly into the little curves of your rainbow here, so you can stamp into there to create some extra pattern into your rainbow. So you, for example, if you were to use some embossing powder in a different colour or a contrasting colour, that would make a really nice decorative element to your rainbow. And you have two clouds, and then you have a smaller rainbow here, which you will most likely colour in one colour, unless you are very handy with some different you can sometimes use watercolour markers on these. Now the dies again are really special because they cut out your sentiment. So here hopefully you can see that that cuts out your sentiment just beautifully all around that. So again, it means that you're not having to search around for the perfect die for that, or trying to fussy cut it. That will cut that out for you as well. And that's the sentiment: the greater the storm, the brighter the rainbow, which I think is really appropriate for us at the moment. You also get like I've said, you get the little cloud there, which I've added a little smiley face to. And then you also get the die that cuts out the storms don't last forever. There's somewhere that you can add somewhere over your rainbow. Again, that also cuts out that sentiment as well, but I don't think I cut that one out to show you. But so all of the elements, you know, really versatile to make some really nice, bright, cheerful cards that I think we all are in need of right now. I think even though things are starting to go, everybody's saying getting back to normal, it still feels like we're in need of things to brighten our day, and I feel like this is a really fun set to be able to do that. So here are some cards from the team. This one's from Elaine, and I love how she's added sparkle here to her rainbow in 3 different colours, added that somewhere over the top. She's also added some stars around, and then she's actually used the dies rather than the stamps to cut out her little clouds. And I think I really like that idea of just using the dies for those, for the clouds. That looks really cool. This one here, this one is from Shabnese. She's used one of the other dies from that are coming up shortly, but you can see here how she's die cut each of those little strips that make up her rainbow, as well as colouring those or stamping those. Now, what you can do, which that's not an example of actually, but I will show you that shortly. You can just cut out these shapes from coloured cardstock if you wanted. So this is one of the you know, one of those die sets that actually is doubly versatile, if you like, because not only does it cut out the stamps that you may have used, but you can just cut those directly out of cardstock because they cut on the line rather than leaving a white gap. So you can just cut them out of cardstock and they will all fit together. So if you don't want to use your inks, you don't want to stamp, just cut them straight out of card and you've got yourself a little rainbow. Cut out your little clouds there and you're good to go. The only thing you'd need to do is stamp your sentiment. And I love how did I say it was Shabnese? Yes, that she's just coloured over the word storm in grey and then coloured over the rainbow in rainbow pencil, and I just think that's such a cool idea. I would never have thought of doing that, but I really love how she's done that. It looks really cool. Simon says, am I just hungry, or did the red and yellow rainbow remind anyone else of McDonald's? maybe so. I'd not thought of that, but yes, maybe you are hungry. So this example here it again uses a die set that we're going to look at later on, but I've just used the smaller rainbow in the little apertures there, and then the storms don't last sentiment, and then just die cut out of some white cardstock those little clouds, and that's made such a fun little card, and was so easy and quick to make, so easy, but I think it just looks really effective. So so yeah, so that's our Storms Don't Last set. And again, the sentiments that are in there I think are really uplifting. I think they're the kind of cards that we'll be wanting to send at this moment in time, just to let people know that you know, that things are looking up and that we're there for them. So another really versatile set. Hopefully you all like that one. So next up, goes along with this really well, and we've had lots of positive response to this on social media, and this is our mini rainbow shaker die. So the idea behind this is that you can use this to create your little mini shakers, but you can also just use it to make really cool little rainbow cards. And this one, I didn't show you this one with the other set, but it uses a combination of this and the previous stamp set. So it shows how well these can work together. So what this is Vic who's done this one. She's cut out the shaker element in different coloured cardstock and then taken the waste to make her her rainbow there. She's used the clouds from this set here and the smaller rainbows from this set here, and then the sentiment, the greater the storm, the brighter the rainbow, and then her background is a die that's coming up shortly. So she's combined these in a really clever way, and it just shows how well these all work together. So let's have a look if I've got some more examples of this. So this is a great example, just a really clean and simple card where we've just cut this out of some gold cardstock. So that works really well. This one I think is actually from the previous set, isn't it? So yeah, I won't show you that one. This is the one. So this one here is kind of how it was intended or originally envisaged in my mind. So we've got this as a shaker, so it's got all the tiny little shaker elements in there. This is Elaine who's made this one, but she's used the sentiment from our Storms Don't Last set, and that's just another really clean and simple but so pretty. So it's a really effective card there, and she's just cut this element out several times out of her cardstock, layered them together, and that's made the perfect shaker, so those little elements won't escape through those layers. So I love that. It's really pretty. And then this is a great one as well. This one's Catherine's, and again she's used the waste, so all of the bits that come out of the die there, to make this really pretty pattern. And she's got this going off her page, which I think is just such a clever idea. And then she's teamed this up with the sentiment from the All Occasions Critters. So again, it's using that rainbow and making those sets stretch even further with the sentiment, sorry you're feeling under the weather, which goes perfectly. And you can see here how those hearts that we mentioned, the little heart there, fits in that larger part of the rainbow, so that you can add your extra decoration, a bit of element to it. So that's really cute. And let me just have a look here. You can see just how that looks when it's die cut. So this is like the whole piece. Oh, it's all tangled up there. But then if I've cut it out of different colours, I can then piece these together, which I think is a really cute idea, to create just a little bit of a different look. So if I get, I've got a bit of yellow. See if I can get all of these out of here. I've lost half of them, but you can see how these will then just, you can do a bit of paper piecing, which is a really fun thing to do, to make all of these, you know, to just build up your little pattern. And that's another really fun way of using it, is to just do a little bit of paper piecing, and you can have those on with a bit of different dimension in them, and just makes a really nice little pattern. Team it up with your different sentiments, add a little character in there, and again you've got a really nice nice fun card. So I love this little shaker die. The price point on it isn't a lot. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it is it's under £10, so it's a good little addition to have if you're wanting to add a little bit of rainbow in your life, and a little bit of a shaker element in your cards. I think this is a really fun one to use. So I'll just have a quick drink because I've been talking at you non-stop, and I hope this is all making sense and I'm not going too slow or too quickly. So let's have a look. Lucy says, when will we be getting the water droplets back in stock? Really good question. I do have them. I just haven't been able. I haven't had a chance to list them yet. So with any luck, Ant will help me get those on this weekend. So look out for those shortly. What else have we got here? Danielle says, oh, another rainbow. Hi, Kevin. Thank you for watching. Karen says, I think I need these rainbow ones. This is our learning journey focus in our school. Yeah, so rainbows are still very big news, aren't they? So so I think, you know, they're a really good one to have in your stash because they will always be useful. Michael says, oh, thank you, Alison, for replying to Michael. You're filling in for Ant, everybody. I am just wetting my whistle, Simon. Right then, back to it. So we're now on to the dies, and I'm going to move my leaning tower of card samples that we've got so far so that I don't create a mess. So the dies that we have for you, I'm so excited about some really fun ones, and I'm going to start with the cover plate dies. So we've got 2 cover plate dies this time around, and like I said to you, this is it's a big release, this one, isn't it? So there's plenty in it, but everything works well together, everything mixes and matches. So we have our Sunburst cover plate die and we have our Stripes cover plate die. These are slightly smaller now than an A6 card panel, and the reason that I've done that is because I often like to see just a little bit of my card base around the edge of my panel. I've made this, rather than making it exactly the size of an A6, I've made it slightly smaller so that you have that little border. And this is a really good example of how that works. This one is from Catherine, and she's used the Stripes panel die here. And you can see that we have this outline around the outside, and we've got some of our pattern paper underneath. This is from our Rainbow Brights pattern set. And you can just see a little bit of that poking out the outside, and I just think that that frames it really nicely. And she's used our little all occasion critters and the different sentiments that go really well. Hello, let's have coffee and yum. I think that's really cool card, really simple and just really sweet. So that's an example of how that works really well. Let me show you another example with that. Have I got another example with that? I don't think I have actually. I might have already shown you the example that I had with that one. So let's show you an example of our Sunburst. So this is an example of the Sunburst, and it's been used in the background here, and again you can see that little outline around the outside. And again we've used our little all occasion critters. This is from the Storms Don't Last. The sentiment is from sentiments are from the So Grateful for You landscape set as well. So again, this just shows how well they all work together. This is really pretty. Let's move some of these out of the way just so that you can see. So this we've used in the background that sunburst die, but we've done some inlay, an inlay technique, and added some dimension. So I hope you can see that the dimension in that is absolutely beautiful. This one's Katrin as well, so really, really gorgeous card. And she's used that landscape stamp set as well in there, and then the little critter, the little rabbit from the All Occasions Critters. This one has been made into a shaker card. That's one that I had a go at doing, and I just really wanted to build that up and make it into a shaker card, which I thought was a really fun idea. We've got this one is a really good example of where it can just be kept really clean and simple. So the black background looks great, but we've then got the metallic card, holographic card in the background, and it looks so cool. And then some of those little clear drops that were mentioned earlier, and the sentiment "Storms Don't Last" in the centre looks really, really fun. This is another example of where the inlay technique works really well. So we've used different colours of cardstock in each of those cutout pieces to build up a rainbow within a sunburst, which is a really clever idea. I'm just going to see if I can find in our little tower. There was an example, I'm sure, that I had for you guys. I must have hidden it in here. Yes, this is the one. So this is the other one using the stripes cover plate, and that has been used to make another shaker. And we've actually, this is Vic, she's actually put different colours of sequins in each of those shaker elements, which is so cool, that match up with her rainbow. So that's very cool. So loads of things that you can do with these. They make great backgrounds, really fun elements. And so the examples that the team have come up with are just so beautiful. Let's have a look, what else have we got that we've not seen? How these all work together. And again, this one here, where we've used some of our stencils in the background to create a little bit of clouds and some grass. We've then used that stamp set, and you can see here where the Storms Don't Last stamp set, those little dots and stars have been used to decorate the rainbow, which is really cool. And then again those raindrops and the little storm cloud. And the sentiment, the greater the storm, the brighter the rainbow, just works perfectly, and works perfectly with our little cat with his umbrella. So you can see how all of these are all working together, and that really then stretches your stash really, really well. So pop them to one side, and then we have the Slimline Dies. Jess says, well done design team, some amazing demos. They are absolutely amazing, and haven't shown you really any of the Christmas ones because I've sent them all off to Create and Craft. So you will see those on TV on Monday. Stunning cards, stunning, absolutely stunning. I just kept one each back so that I'd got some to show you tonight, but they are amazing. These are, I love these. These, I've been wanting to design some Slimline Dies for you guys, and I've been waiting and waiting for them to come, and for the release to come so that I can share them with you, because these are such a versatile set of dies. You're really gonna love using them, and it's something that we needed to have, you know, in our collection. One moment. Oh, excuse me. So, and the design team have come up with some amazing examples again. So we'll start with the candy stripes. So again, this is one that you're going to be able to use for lots of different cards, but the candy stripe theme is quite a Christmassy one, so that was the reason behind this. But obviously you can use it for all kinds of occasions because it just creates a really beautiful pattern. The size of these is, they are designed to fit with both an American sized slimline card, which is slightly smaller than a UK size slimline card. So our slimline cards here tend to be DL size cards. And I'm just going to get you a DL size card so that you can see what I mean. So this one, now my leaning tower is now going to fall over, isn't it? Let me have a look. Bear with me. I should have got one of these out in advance, shouldn't I? So, but then you can see, you'll be able to see just how these fit. So let's have a look. So this is a DL card blank. This is one of the DL card blanks that we sell in the shop. And I'll just add that crease. Sorry, just having a look here. Lauren says, my 4-year-old is watching with me and asked what Joe was doing. I replied, showing me all the things I want that I can't buy because I don't have enough pennies. And he said, it's okay, you can borrow some pennies from my piggy bank. Oh, that's so cute. I hope he's got a big piggy bank. That's very, very cute though. That's really sweet. That is such an amazing thing to say. Bless him. So yes, so this I'll show you what this looks like when it's cut out. So when it's cut out, this is what it looks like. So you can see that it is it fits with a little border at the top and the bottom, and then a slightly wider border on either side, which I think looks really, really cool. What you can do if you wanted to is move that up ever so slightly and just trim off the edge here, and that will make it the size of a US card blank. So either way, it is going to fit then into whichever size card base that you're wanting to use, and it will fit into a standard DL envelope. So yes, so that's the reason that I've designed it this way, that you're able to use it whether you're in the UK or whether in the US. Which I know is always a little bit of a struggle to do, but I think it works really, really well. So that's how it looks when it's just cut out of some ordinary cardstock, and that I just think looks really cool just as it is. And you just need to add your characters to it and you've got a really fun card. So here's an example of how this is being used in a card and has been used with our All Occasions critters. And the sentiment, sorry you're feeling under the weather, and then just some really cool like a watercolour or inked alcohol inked effect in the background to make this really cool card. And then what I think this is this is Sharon, sorry, she's cut this down to the size to fit a US size, but that works really, really well. And this one has been used as a shaker. I think this is Vic, yes. So Vic's made this into a shaker card, which is really, really cool. Again, using all the elements from the different sets to make this really fun card. And just building that up with a bit of dimension. And you can see those sequins and different embellishments moving around in the background. So it's really cool for shaker cards, this particular one. And I think that's the only example I've got of that at the moment. Yes, I think so. So that's the candy stripes. Just pop those in there. So candy stripes, and I'll leave that so that you can see the sizes of the next dies. So the next die that we've got is the Slimline Aperture cover plate die. So this one again is a really cool set, because you've got these little holes here that you can either stamp something in the background of, you can add shaker elements to, you can put your little critters in, and you can see, you saw in the example that I showed you before with the little rainbows, how that works with the little stamps in the background. I've just added a little bit of dimension, and that's made a really sweet card. And I'll just show you this cut out, just out of some cardstock here, and how that looks. So that again just gives you that little bit of a border on either side, and I've trimmed mine down so that it fits around that card base, but then you have these little, you have the stitching detail as well that goes all the way around, which is a nice little extra detail. And obviously you're going to have the waist from this, so you're going to have the little squares that are cut out of that, which you could actually use those to create a little pattern of your own. If you cut those out of different coloured cardstock, you have those little squares that you can then use as a background separately to this if you wanted to. So Laura says she's loving the large dies. Lucy says we should do a monthly payment plan. Yeah, we should. And Sam says it would make a great chocolate sleeve. The candy striped one, I think so, I really like that idea. I think that would be so cool. So the other example of this one that I've got is where I've used it with one of the Christmas sets. So you saw this earlier on. So I have covered one of those little apertures up here, but I've kept my DL card size so that you can see my stamped background, because I didn't want to cover all of that up. I want you to be able to see that background that I've created. And then I've used those extra little critter heads to poke out of the little windows there. So again, this is another really fun way of using it and just making it a little bit more interesting than just a normal one-dimensional card. So you've got your little critter poking out of the tree, but you've also got them poking out of the little apertures. So, and they're a really good size to use with all of your other critter stamps as well. So that's the examples that we've got for that one. So I'll just pop those to one side, and then the last one, you will see more examples of this one, because this set comes with lots attached to it. So this one is really good value for money, because there is so much that you can do with this one. So I'm going to show you the bits. So let me get my card blank back out so you can see. So the first thing that you're going to be able to do, and this isn't a solid piece because I have already cut a piece out of it, but you're going to be able to cut this scalloped panel. So imagine that that's filled in, because that, if you just use the outline there, you will get a full panel with the scallop pattern around the edges, and it's got the little stitch detail, the little dot detail all the way around it. So that's a really fun just background panel. But you can then cut out this aperture, which is larger than the other square, and this has also got the stitch detail. Now you can use it with this, with the scallop, or you can use it separately. So you can see here that you have this square die here. That cuts out this hole here. So like I say, you could just use that separately and cut out an aperture, maybe 3 of the same shape, straight into your card blank if you wanted to, or same size card piece, or you can use it with the scallop. The next element that you're going to get is you have these 2 elements, which are your heart and your little cloud shape. So you're also going to get the outside view, which has, so your stitching is on the outside. I don't know if you can pick that up on camera. I may have to come a little bit closer for you to be able to see that, because it's just like a little pin, like a pin dot. Can you see that there? So that's going to cut on the outside, but it will also cut on the inside as well. So you can use this element separately on your card front, like so, and the same with the heart, or you can use the gaps that are created as well. And then the final element, which is the bit that is really, really cool and is the more interactive element, is that it also cuts this little window. So you can use that in conjunction with this gap that you've cut here. So you can slot that back inside if you wanted to, and then you've got your little window, or you can use this independently. So you can use this on its own and you've got your little window there, and you can add your little critter on the inside of that little window popping out. So this is really cool because you can use them with the Slimline die, but you can also use them separately on any of your other cards. So you don't have to use them with a Slimline card. They will fit on to a regular A6 size card. So do I have an A6 size card? Yes, I do. So there you go. Or a square card even. So you've got your little window there. You've got your little elements that you can cut out of the card there. So that this is going to be such a versatile set for you. You're going to be able to use it for so many different things. And yeah, I love the fact that you have this little window that opens, so you can create a little bit of a surprise element. So again, your little critters here with their little heads popping through, you can use those to peek out of those windows. You can use any of your other critters. You might just have to cut them down a little bit, but again, they will all work really, really well. So I have quite a few examples from the team because I think that they enjoyed this this particular die. So this one here has just used the background panel, that scallop panel, and then created a scene with some stencils, and then added our critters. And I love how this little mouse is in the clouds. It's really, really cute idea. And again, has used some of these, some of the little balloons from the landscape stamp set. So again, how they've all worked together is just amazing. This next one, oh, this one's a really cool one because this uses the cloud, but but kind of on its side. So it's made a longer, more oval shape, I suppose, for the little critters. But then you have the shaker element in the background. So I really think that's such a cool idea. I think that was Elaine's, wasn't it? Yeah. So, and again with the sentiment, let's have coffee. It just works really, really well. And you can get so much on these cards, you see, because they're longer. This one I think that was Catherine's, and again that panel with our little so it's only used a tiny, you know, the small critter there, the little mouse in the middle, but it still makes such a beautiful scene. It's, you know, it doesn't feel lost even though the card is really big. So so yeah, that's a really great use of that die. This one's really pretty from Elaine. Again, just using that scallop background and the little mouse there. And I want to show you one using the little window because I think it's really, really cool. So this one was Sharon's, and I love this idea. So she's used the scallop, and she's also used used a smaller piece that she's cut. But then she's inlaid the heart and the cloud there in different coloured cardstock, and inlaid the window into that that aperture there that's been cut. So like this piece here, she's inlaid that in a different coloured cardstock, and then when you open the window, you've got your cute little rabbit with the bees, and then some flowers that are from a different stamp set. I think that'll be from the Fairy Garden stamp set, I think. But isn't that cute? And then the little bees as little door handles. That's just adorable. And then the rainbow from the Storms Don't Last stamp set. It all just works so well together. It's such a cute card, that one. So clever. And like I say, they're all absolutely beautiful. I mean, some absolutely amazing ideas. I love how people have just, the team have just come up with such different ideas. So this one, for example, is this one's Sharon as well. She's actually she's cut the scallops off the outside, turned them on the inside and layered them up, which is genius, such a good idea. And then used the rainbows in that inlay technique that we talked about. So that's a really fun and bright card there. This one's a Christmassy one, using the Christmas set. So we have the little peekaboo character from the Christmas surprise set, and then these are elements from the Santa Paws and the You Are the Best gift set, and then using some of our stencils for the backgrounds, made just a really cool and different card there. And that one's Catherine's, and yeah, I think that's, oh, that's really cute. That's very cute. So this example, this one's Natalie's. So this one is really cute because she's actually used the background, the scallop, to make her card base. So she's actually put both of those together to make her own shaped card, which is really clever. And then use some of the other elements, the clouds there in the background, and then used that mini shaker, but has actually cut that from some of our Rainbow Brights paper, which is really clever. And I think she's laid that up on some foam to give it some dimension. So again, your dies you can pop through, you can cut the sticky foam with it, the foam sheets, not your normal sticky foam pads, but the foam sheets that you can get. So again, that's a really, really cool idea. I'm just noticing that you're saying there about the advent calendar. So yeah, I'm glad you've mentioned that, because again, that was another thought that I'd had around it being, you could make these really cool little advent calendar elements, couldn't you? So that they open up and they get a different little surprise in each door. So and so somebody had mentioned to me many moons ago about doing an advent calendar set, so this is kind of the closest thing I could get to it at this point. So, oh, breathe. So lots and lots of stuff there, and I know you're all, saying that there's just so much to choose from, isn't there? So many great examples and just fabulous creations from the design team that just really bring it all to life. And I hope that there's something in here that you all are excited about, and something here that you like the look of, because like I say, this has been a good while in the planning, and it's something that we've been so excited to bring you, and yeah, it's just such a relief to be able to show you everything now, because I think that it's just such a fun collection. The biggest, like I say, the biggest one that we've done, and is just, yeah, you're going to get so much out of it, so yeah, it goes on sale tomorrow morning, providing I've set it all up correctly. So tomorrow morning at 9 AM UK time, BST I believe is the correct terminology. So it will go online then. If anybody has any problems, do just message me and let me know of any issues that you might be having, but I believe I've set it all up right. And the only thing that you won't be able to purchase immediately are the Christmas sets. So they will be available in a couple of weeks' time, and I will let you know when they're available on our website. But if you want them now, then they will be available on the Create and Craft website on Monday. And the show on Monday is at 4:30, so I'd love it if you could join me, because you know what I'm like. I do get very nervous, and I will be going on my own. I won't have Ant with me, so yeah, it's going to be a nerve-wracking one, because again, the die sets are quite, they're a little bit complex to demonstrate, not because they're complex dies, just because you get all fingers and thumbs when you're doing it live on TV, don't you? So bear with me. But yeah, the rest of the stamps, the dies that you've seen tonight will be available from 9 o'clock tomorrow, and I really, really hope that you've all enjoyed tonight's run through, and that you've seen something that you might like and might want to play with, because it was yeah, I absolutely love everything in this release. I always do, but I think this one's been, like I say, it's been a big release, and it's been you know, I've been waiting to be able to share it with you. So yeah. So anybody got any questions about anything that you've seen, anything you want to see again in a bit more detail? Give me a shout. If not, then I'll let you all go to your beds and start thinking about what you might want to pop into your shopping baskets in the morning. So hopefully, you know, you'll want a bit of everything. But I know it's like I say, it's a big release, so some of it is going to be a considered purchase. So what have you all got your eyes on? What do you think what's your favourite things? Anybody got any favourites already? Just having a little drink while I wait to see if anybody wants to put their name on anything. Michael says, what set would you go for if you were on a budget? That's a really good question. So, good question. I think, depending on what your style is and what you like to do, I do think that the Storms Don't Last, where is it, is a really versatile set. So if you were to get that and the die set, I think because you've got multiple options in terms of whether you just use the dies on their own or use them in the combination with your stamps, I think that's really, really versatile. The other one that I think you will probably get a lot of mileage out of is the All Occasion Critters. So again, the All Occasion Critters, if you get that with the die set as well, if you're able, if your budget will push that far, you have these sentiment strips, and because these are, as they say, for all occasions, you're going to be able to use them for lots of different cards that you might want to make. So so I think that's a really fun one to have. And if the budget does stretch to it, and you can afford the landscape set. So let me get this little card out here that shows that. If you can afford the landscape background and the critters, then you've pretty much got everything you need there for making, you know, a multitude of cards really. But again, you could do the same. You could mix and match that with your rainbows. So yeah, I think it for me it would probably be one of those two sets, and maybe combine with this landscape if you can afford to. So but it depends what things you like to create, whether you like to do a lot of colouring, or whether you would rather, like with this one, you can actually just cut this out of cardstock. You can just stamp blocks of colour and make a really nice, clean and simple card with that, without a lot of time spent, as I did with this one really. So with this one here, although I used it with a die, you don't have to do that. It's just been a few quick stamps, die cuts of some clouds, and boom, you're good to go. So I do think this is a really fun die set to have. So I hope that answers your question, Michael. I hope that helps a little bit. I know there's a lot to choose from, so it's tough to make a decision, isn't it? Jackie says, if you run out of stock, will you reorder supplies? Yes, absolutely. So I have actually already, in anticipation, put in an extra order in for the critter stamps, because there's been a lot of interest in those. But obviously, it just all depends on how popular everything is. So we'll see how it goes, but we'll definitely restock if things are starting to sell out. Laura Ann says she wants it all. Laura Ann, so your favourite is the All Occasion Critters. Alison says she loves the mountains. Laura Ann's mountains and the big dies. Alison Jane Green says everything. Julie's got her eyes on it all. Any updates on blending brushes? What in particular are you thinking about the blending brushes, Julie? Alison says Slimline Dies and the All Occasion Critters. Simon says the mountains. Lots of votes for the Critters and Mountains. Sarah says, thank you for all your hard work, Joe. I can't wait to get my hands on the Storm set and the scenes for starters. Love the Critters and Christmas tree and Santa sets. Too much to choose from. Yeah, there is I think it is going to be a case of buying something to start with, isn't it, and then adding to it as and when you can. Unless you're lucky enough to be able to buy everything at once. And Shani says Critters, Rainbows and Slimline Dies. Yeah, I do think the Slimline Dies are going to be awfully popular because they are such a big trend at the minute, and you can create some fabulous cards with them because you've got so much more room to add, build up your scene and add to your scene, haven't you? Julie, for the blender brushes, was it were you wanting some of the medium ones? Because I do believe I've restocked those. So if you've not seen those, do have a look online, because I should have added some of the sets of those, as we have just had a delivery of those in, if that's what you're looking for. But if not, then do let me know what it is that you were after in particular. Elizabeth says the Mountains and Slimline Dies of caught her eye, which is fab. So much stuff, and the crazy thing is that I'm already thinking about the next release. So, and this one's not even out yet, and we're already planning for the next one. So it's just madness around here at the minute. My head is full of all kinds of things, and it seems to be very rare that I get to do any crafting with the new releases. So I've loved playing with these today. It's been such good fun, and I'm really looking forward to showing you some more of these over the next few weeks in the Facebook Lives, and again on Monday as well on Create and Craft. So I'll definitely be sharing with you some more inspiration with these. If there's anything, when you've made your purchases, if there's anything that you want me to demonstrate in particular, then do let me know. So Julie says yes, it's the medium blending brushes. So yes, do let me know if they're not on there. I will check straight after, because I could have sworn that I had added them back in there. So yes, the medium brushes should be available for you now. I'm also going to be updating stock on the Distress inks and those clear drops, so keep an eye out for those as well. Right then, well, thank you so much for joining me, everyone. I'm so happy that you've all joined me tonight. It's been really good fun to show you everything and to finally let the cat out of the bag, so to speak. I really am looking forward to hearing from you over the next few days to what you think. To do let me know, and hopefully you're all want to make some purchases tomorrow when it goes live. Thanks ever so much. I will, like I say, I'll be in touch on social media over the next few days, letting you know what's going on with Create and Craft and the release. But in the meantime, I'll let you all relax for the evening, and I shall speak to you all really soon. Thanks again, guys. See you soon. Bye bye now. Bye bye.